whatever is on the book, right, it's just on the book. When it comes to real life, as you said, you need to deal with the people. You need to deal with personalities and emotions.
Hey everyone, before we begin this next episode of the Hello Mentor podcast, I just want to say if you're job searching or hiring, check out hiredly.com. We are not just another job platform. We make it easier to find the jobs that people actually want, and we help companies stand out to hire the right talent. So there's a lot of smart tech and there's a lot of human touch. That's Hiredly. So you can head to hiredly.com and give it a go. Hi everyone. We're back to another episode of the Hello Mentor podcast. And today we have Jessica Chaw with us. Jessica, welcome.
Hi.
I would love if you can kind of introduce yourself very quickly.
Hi, I'm Jessica, and I am a content creator. I started since I was 14, and now I also run a cake house, Lilian's Cake House, with my mom. Yeah, and it's been about 3 years.
Right. So you mentioned you started content creating since you're 14.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I love to get to know that story a little bit better. Like how did it start?
I think that time Instagram didn't exist yet.
Right.
So it was the blogging times. So blogging was a hit thing that time, like Jane Trout being the OG and all. So that time I was only 14 and in my high school. So I kind of started my own blog as well. And then I just documented my daily life on my blog. Just random things like what I ate today, what did I encounter in school today. And somehow it garnered like a bit of audiences. And like that time people can comment under the blog posts. So I gathered like comments and stuff. And people like say, oh, I like reading your blogs. It's like reading like your diary like that. And then I started doing outfits on my blog. Because I love fashion. That time I was very into Japanese fashion. I don't know why. Yeah, so I kind of like post about my fashion on my blogs. And then cafe hopping. I love cafe hopping that time. I always go to new cafes to take OOTDs, the kind of girly things. So that's what I blogged about last time.
Right.
Yeah, and then slowly I blog about my uni days. Yeah, because I went to college and then went to uni. So I started to do more posts about my daily life in the uni, like what problems I encountered. So it's kind of relatable to my audiences, I think. And then now I'm 30. My audiences basically grew up with me.
I see.
Yeah.
Right.
So they always comment and say like, I basically grew up with you, Jessica.
Wow.
Like I was also 14 and then now I'm also 30. I'm going through life with you. This kind of thing.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So it's like a very deep connection with my readers and followers.
I'm so curious what makes a 14-year-old suddenly wake up and decide that, you know what, I'm going to start a blog.
Yeah.
Like,
as mentioned, it was a hit thing.
Right.
And then that time, Instagram didn't exist. It was only Facebook, MSN, all those.
Facebook was during that time.
Yeah. And I enjoy writing that time.
I see.
So I figured out blogging was a platform for me to, document my life, like write things. So I think that time, during 14 years old, I had a lot of emotions as a teenager, I guess. So I always write about my feelings on my blogs. But now the website is not available anymore.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so I'm not sure if I can access it back. So I would love to if I can, then go back to see what I actually wrote. Yeah, I think it was kind of funny.
What the treasure trove of memories. Right?
Yeah, because everything I just wrote online that time.
I see.
Yeah, instead of like, writing like a physical diary, I kind of block everything online.
Well, how do you think like your best, again, because I wasn't so active in this space in those years. Right? Well, what do you think made it so popular? Like the concept, or what drew people's attention to the old blogging?
I think the time the information online is very limited. So blogging, the websites, I think people just go and read things that they're interested in. So maybe last time, 4Fit9, for example, she also blogged about her daily life. And her daily life is kind of interesting that time because she was like a quite a popular blogger that time. So she blogged about her events that she went. She also went to Japan a lot that time. So I was very into Japanese style and Japanese culture. So as a reader, I would go and read her blog because of the Japanese content that she put up. So for myself, I blog about cafes, food, fashion. So I guess the audiences kind of like the style that I have. So they just stick to my blogs.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I guess that time bloggers, they identify themselves as, fashion blogger, food blogger, travel blogger. Yeah. So I guess I am
That's
multi lifestyle blogger. Yeah.
Because I find that the whole blogging concept is so interesting because you don't necessarily need to focus on anything. You're just writing about your life.
Yeah.
And things that you're interested in.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And people follow the bloggers not because of some I guess follow because of the topic, but a lot of them follow because of the personality. Like they want to follow this person.
Yeah. True.
Right? And in those days, as you said, online content maybe was still very new.
Yeah.
Right? So if you spend a lot of time online, then what do you look at? You look at all these stories. Interesting. I can imagine, right?
Yeah. And that time the blog posts are actually very long form. It's not like now, like IG Reels and TikTok is only like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
1 minute is already long now.
Yes.
But that time, all the blog posts are actually very long form. It's
Right.
like a essay like that.
Yeah.
But I think people enjoyed reading last time
Yeah.
more than now.
Yeah.
So I think there's a shift in
Right.
terms of the content that we put up now. Yeah.
That is and obviously you're still very active online, right?
Yes.
So
Now I'm more active on Instagram.
on Instagram. And how do you sort of adapt to this shift?
So that time when Instagram launched, just everyone jump on Instagram, and then we also started posting about pictures and stuff. And that time I wouldn't call myself an influencer yet. There's no such thing as an influencer that time. So I was just like a normal girl posting about my OTDs again, about cafes again. So instead of just blogging, I focus more on posting pictures on Instagram. And then that time also Instagram took off quite quickly. And then that's where I also follow other Instagrammers online, which I'm still friends with them now. Yeah, so it's kind of unique and interesting to see how the online content world has shifted from, blogging days to now.
Was there a moment you sort of thought, I'm a online content creator now, or I'm a quote unquote influencer?
Yeah.
I don't know how to define that.
I think when I first got my paid job at only around 16 to 17, and that time they pay for per post on blogging. So that time the rate was about 400, but I was so happy already. I was like, wow, like finally my blog, I can monetize it and earn money from it. So I was very excited. And I still remember that time I skipped my SPM result day. Yeah, the result, we have to take results, right? Yeah, I skipped that day just to attend this event and get the money. Yeah. So I get my friend to collect the results for me. And then I went to this event. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And your family was okay with this at the time?
Yeah. Cause I grew up from a very normal family, I guess. So my mom has taught me if I want something, I have to achieve it myself. So that time, because I always like to buy clothes, makeup, and go to cafes, right? But as a teenager, where do I get the money to sustain this kind of lifestyle, right? So I have to work hard for it. So when I knew I can earn from blog posts, then of course I cannot let go of the opportunities, right? And at that time, I also work a few part-time jobs at the same time. I work as a pianist in a cafe, on weekends, and then I also work like some online jobs. Yeah, so that time I couldn't really let go the opportunities, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, I grabbed on every opportunity that gave to me.
In some sense, you were already quite entrepreneurial then, right? Even though
I guess
this is
so.
blogging and all that. But for me, I always define entrepreneurial behavior as like someone that's like trying different things and you're
I actually love exploring new things. I'm someone who cannot sit still on. Like I have to go do something every day. If not, I will feel like my day is wasted one. If not, I can ask my boyfriend over there. He's always a bit stressed because if my day is if I do nothing in a day, I will feel like I'm doing nothing in my life. So I think that's kind of my personality since I was young. I guess that's why I love to explore new places,
Right.
new things, new hobbies. Yeah, and then I open a cafe. Yeah, like a new opportunity for myself.
Right. And it sounds like, I mean, the reason why I asked you about your family just now is I can imagine, like, obviously, most Asian parents will care about things like SPM result, like, and were they by and large supportive of this whole blogging thing? Because I can imagine a world where some parents will be like, hey, that's a waste of time, what are you doing? Go and study.
Actually, no. My parents are very supportive in what I do because they know what I do. Because they know I know myself. Yeah, so I did very well in SPM as well. So they are fine with it. So after that, after SPM, I told them I want to take up a degree in PR marketing. So they are okay with it also. So they are not the parents that tell me what to do. Because I think they know I'm very disciplined since young. Yeah, so they trust me in my choices.
I see. I see. So you've always been very matured since a young age, even though you're trying all these different things.
I would say yes, because I'm also the eldest daughter in my family. I have a younger brother. So ever since young, I feel like I have the responsibility to be a good example to my brother. Yeah. So ever since young, my mom already trained me, 8 years old, I already have to plan my day accordingly. And then I wake up and then I iron my own clothes. I make my own breakfast. And then I bring my brother to school. We will walk like the bridge over to the school. And then when the school ends, I also walk back to house. So I think ever since young, I was very independent already. And then I guess that's a good thing because it kind of shaped me to become who I am today.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Right.
I have to. My mom always say, you should thank me for training you since young. Because when life gets hard, right? Then sometimes I will complain, like, why is my life so tiring? Then my mom said, you should thank me for training you since young so that you don't feel so, so burnt out right now. Like, so that you can cope up with all the stress right now. So I'm like, yeah, kind of true.
And in what sense do you think she trained you by like sort of allowing you to do those multiple different things?
Yeah. So ever since young, she would say like, oh, what kind of life you want? You just, you have to plan for it lah. You have to go for it lah. If you want to earn money, to buy makeup, to buy food, to buy your bags, then you have to work hard for it lah. Like she never really spoiled us, I guess.
So she's always trained you to be like self-sufficient.
Yeah.
That's
why I took up a few part-time jobs at time to earn money.
I see.
Yeah.
Sounds like close to your mom, which is, I guess, relevant to the next thing I want to ask. So obviously you started an F&B business with your mother. Can you share with us the story how that started?
How it started, right?
Yes, at the moment, that, hey, let's do this.
I guess it's all started during MCO times. Basically, we had nothing to do, right? In MCO, everyone is stuck. And then that time, actually, my mom already started baking since I was young. So she always loved to bake different cakes for us. And then during MCO, I just asked her, hey, mom, like, why not we start selling cakes online lah? Because that time, I already established like an online platform. And then so I already knew, what kind of content people like, all those. So I just started a new account for the cake shop, and then we only sold 2 flavors that time. I still remember. And then we just started, getting orders on social media. And then the orders kept coming in that time. I think because of MCO as well, people crave for comfort food, right? Then they have nothing to do. They just want to order food online. I guess that took off. Yeah. So fast forward until now. We did online for about 3 years. And then after 3 years, we opened our very first physical shop.
I see.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Any reason why you didn't just stay online?
I think that time, because in during online, we can only sell cake in whole. Like we cannot really sell by slices, or it's kind of hard because you have to deliver it, and then what if the rest of the slices didn't get sold, then it's wasted. So I thought opening a cafe, then people can come in, order one slice of cake, then they can chit chat there, and then also have a drink. So it's a totally different experience than online. So I figured out it would be a very good opportunity for us to take a step. Yeah,
Right.
to level up a bit.
Level and have enter
Yeah.
physical space.
Yeah. Because it's a different experience, ma. Because in a physical cafe, you can sort of create the experience for people, and then when people order online, then they can just stay at home to eat, right? But now MCO has lifted, then everyone loves hanging out. So I want to create a space that people can come in, just chill and hang out with their friends. Yeah, so that's why we decided to open the cafe.
Right. And I suppose, I guess the online orders would have decreased a lot now because people are outside more, right?
Actually, no.
No, at
Actually,
all?
surprisingly, we still get a lot of online orders. But for online orders, we focus more on like the occasion cakes because people want like whole cakes for their birthdays. So we still do that. And then if people just want to, crave for like a hangout time with their friends, then they will just visit our cafe. Yeah, so we have different markets now. Yeah, I guess that's a good thing.
What's your best-selling cake?
Best-selling cake. Every cake is so best-selling. I mean, that's what a business owner always say, right? But we have quite a lot of best-selling cakes. So I think what the cake that made us popular is our Houjicha cake. Have you tried Houjicha?
Actually, the reason why I asked is because I recently I wanted to get a matcha cake, wine, and I went online, and then I stumbled upon your Houjicha cake.
Oh,
yes.
So, Houjicha, okay, so what inspired my mom to bake the Houjicha cake is my love for Houjicha flavor. Because that time during MCO, I always like to make Houjicha latte at home. So, I asked my mom, why not we try to do a cake with this Houjicha powder lah? It's very fragrant and all. So, we kind of like play around with the recipes, add like the Houjicha powder into the cream, and it somehow is very, very fragrant. So that's how we launched our Houjicha cake. And at the time, I guess there's nobody selling Houjicha cake yet in the market. So I think that cake kind of make us popular. And then people love our Houjicha cake at that time.
Right.
Yeah.
So either you were first or one of the first. This is very early.
Yeah,
It
I
wasn't a
guess.
big thing.
Okay, maybe we are not the first, but we are one of the first.
One of the first, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So that's our signature flavor. And then we also have a lot of tea flavors like Earl Grey. And then we have like local flavors like pandan. Yeah.
Right. And is there a cake that you personally really love, but you wish more people would try it?
I guess our burnt cheesecake.
Your burnt cheesecake.
Yeah. Because, we always focus on chiffon cakes only, right? But then my mom actually bakes really good burnt cheesecake. So I guess on social media, people like those kind of very runny cheesecake. So when they see, very runny, then it's good, right? But actually I prefer like a bit more dense type of burnt cheesecake. So you can really taste the cream cheese that we use. So, but for that cake, we only launch it every weekend now. So because weekdays we focus more on like chiffon cakes. So on weekends we introduce more cakes like tiramisu and burnt cheesecake. So this is the cake that I hope more people would try.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And my from when you first launched the place, because we have people here that have been to Lilian's place. Yeah, they love it. And then it's one of the in the early days when you first started, one of the main the meetings that drew people there was the whole design and concept
Oh yeah.
of the cafe, right? Which they some of them describe as always very, I'm not sure what it is, but like it's a very kind of beautifully designed thing. How would you describe it? Were you the one that decided how this was designed?
Okay, so I guess before MCO, I always travel a lot. So I guess I drew the inspirations from cafes from overseas, like, Korea, the Europe. Their cafes are always next level. So I kind of want to take that inspiration to bring it to my own cafe. And then, so if you've been to my cafe, you can see we use a lot of bold colors like red, green, and even the tiles are like very retro style. So that time I feel like I want to bring this kind of unique concept to KL because, you know, the cafe scene in KL, cafes in KL are always minimalistic, very rustic, or either is very gray or very white. But then I try to be very experimental with the colors that I use, so it stands out. But at the same time, it also will make people feel like they just want to come here for one time. Because I try to include a very warm and cozy vibe, like the music that I play, like the seating that I put. I want people to just feel like they're home. And it kind of ties to our vision as well. Like we have a tagline, which is home is where cakes are. So when they come to Lilian's Cake House, they will feel like they are enjoying cakes at home like that. And which is also very true because the cakes are still hand-baked by my mom. So so everything I think ties very well. When they come here, when they eat the cakes, they will feel like, oh, they are enjoying cakes that are baked like by a mother like that. Yeah, so that's the whole concept.
I see.
Yeah, so in terms of the design, of course, like I gathered all the inspiration into a mood board. And then here I also want to thank my boyfriend. He actually helped me he has a architectural background. So he actually kind of designed the whole layout for me because I have no architectural background. Like I only know what's beautiful and what's not. I only know what kind of colors and concept I want. But he helped me to put the ideas into, you know, the real layout. So yeah, so he worked on the layout for me. And then I just tell him, oh, like I want this color to be here. I want to use this color and all. Yeah.
I see. So you came up with like the concept lah. And
Yeah,
your
the
boyfriend helped
concept.
you with
Yeah,
the...
I came up with the concept, but he put everything into reality.
Right. And then
Yeah.
you can choose which one you like.
Yeah.
So nice.
Yeah, because this is also my first cafe. I've never opened a cafe before. And then I also have no idea how, you know, all this placement and layout work. You know, whenever we envision, oh, like I want this color and all, but what's more important is the whole layout, like whether it makes sense or not. Because when you put a counter here, then you need to decide where you should put your coffee machine, then where you should put your cashier, then the seating that people sit, whether it's comfortable or not. Yeah, all these things have to take into consideration.
Right.
So all these things, my boyfriend helped me lah. I just need to know what's beautiful.
Just need to point in the general direction.
Yeah, correct.
That's great life. I have been to Lilian's before. Yes. In
Okay.
fact, my first impression was, you're right in saying that it's very, I don't know what's the right word, colonial, little bit like retro, but
retro.
you know, feels a bit like a touch of British kind of taste.
Yeah. So outside, maybe the exterior is a bit more Parisian. Yeah.
Right.
Then inside is like a very retro world.
Right.
I guess because of the colors and the tiles that we use.
Right. Parisian, right? I think that's the that's what I'm looking for. Yeah.
Yeah, because I love Paris, so I wanna take like some inspiration there to put into my cafe.
I see. Right. Okay. And in this experience, like 3 years is it since you started this?
For the physical shop,
Yes.
about 3 years already.
About 3
Yeah,
years.
next year we are turning 3. Next year March.
Next year, March 23. So what turned out harder than expected?
Whoa, everything. Yeah. Okay. So because this is my first cafe, I have to learn everything from the start, and we have no partners as well. It's only me and my mom. And then my boyfriend helps with the design and stuff. So, you know, when you open a cafe, it's not just selling cakes and coffee. It's more than that. It's about bringing the experience for people, ensuring customers are always satisfied and happy with whatever you put up. And then staff training, and then inventory, and then dealing with suppliers. And then I'll even do my own accounts, finance. Yeah, do my own HR stuff. So it's really everything. Yeah, as a cafe owner, like a small business owner, I guess, you have to do everything by yourself. You need to learn everything also, because if when you start and then you hire so many people in, you know, different departments, you're gonna burst your budget. So you're gonna learn how to control the budget as well. Yeah, you're gonna learn how to train your staff and motivate your people. Yeah, so it's actually very, very hard, harder than I thought. And when we are short of staff, we also stress out. Yeah, and if we overhire, we are also stressed out. So it's an art, because
It's an
yeah,
art,
you've
right.
master this art.
Yes,
Yeah, it's a skill also. Yeah, and I'm still learning. Yeah, I'm still figuring things out. Yeah, because this is just my first outlet. And if I want to expand, I have to learn how to manage a bigger team as well. Yeah, so I think as a business owner, you just have to learn along the way.
I
Yeah,
agree,
you
sir.
just keep learning, right? Like, for example, yourself, I see you have a massive office with so many team members. I guess it's a skill to learn as well, to how to manage people, right?
I have a lot of scar tissue from like trying to build this company.
I think everyone has, you know, scar issues as well.
Yes,
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy.
Yes, and a lot of these things that you can't. I mean, you can read as many books as you
Yeah.
want, but the reality is very different.
Yeah, when the problems arise, you just have to solve it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
You take out a book. Let me see. How to solve it.
yeah.
You just need to solve it.
Yeah, there's no book for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, it's interesting. It says that you're right. It's an art and a science, an art in the sense where you need to be quite intuitive sometimes what you need to do.
Yeah.
There is no black and white answer.
Exactly.
Right.
So every decision leads to different outcome also, and then you just have to learn from it.
Yes. And what you just mentioned, and you always hear again, my experience, you always hear very conflicting opinions sometimes. So on one hand, you hear advice, you need to, if you want your business to scale, then you need to hire people and let go of certain things and you focus on other things. That's how the business scales. Because you will have situations where some companies, the owner or the founder is super hands-on with everything, but because they're so hands-on with everything, they don't have time to think big picture and all that. So there's one perspective.
Correct.
But there's the other perspective of, but if you're not hands-on with everything, then how do you know how to build the business, right? So, yeah.
I guess you have to hands-on first, and then at a certain point, you know, when your business grow a little bit, and then you just hire people to fill up the gap. So you can, you know, as you said, you can think for the bigger picture. But I think at first, it's important for a business owner to be hands-on first. At least you know, like every department has to do what like that. Instead of just giving up for people to do at the very first, at the very beginning. I mean, that is my opinion lah.
Right.
Yeah.
Was there a specific moment or story you have where you felt like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing here? Like,
Most of the time. Yeah. I'm just figuring things out along the way. Like, for example, hiring staff. It's very hard to hire in F&B industry actually. Yeah, it's harder than I thought. So before I opened this cafe, my goal is, I just hire people lah, right? I just open this cafe already, then I can just do my own things. I can just travel as usual, do my own content as usual. But it's actually not that case, because it's so hard to hire people. So you have to be hands-on first, and then at the same time you have to keep on finding new stuff. Because in F&B, the staff don't really stay like super long with you also, because they always want to change of goals. Then maybe they want to change environment. Then you have to find someone to replace the position, right?
right.
So yeah, for example, hiring staff is also very challenging, especially for, I think, my kind of scale, because I'm not like a big scale restaurant or cafe. So I cannot, I have to manage it very well lah. Like, I cannot be understaffed also. I cannot be overstaffed also. Yeah, I have to balance it very well. So I'm still learning.
see.
And then currently we are still hiring. So if Hayatli, you have anyone to recommend?
Yeah, you can even skip to our listeners now. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have anyone to recommend, just send their resume my way.
But what kind of roles are you hiring?
We want to hire barista, bakers to expand my baking team. And then when all these are more stable, then I feel like I need like a marketing team, like a proper social media team. Because right now I'm still handling the social media myself, like the content that I put up. Yeah, everything is still by myself. Yeah, but I feel like if I have a proper team, then we can churn out content more consistently. And then that's more effective in the marketing lah.
I mean, I'm super curious because obviously this is our world. So if from what I'm hearing is that so in the F&B space, right? But please correct me, there tends to be quite high staff turnover, partially because
It's very high.
right? Some people don't. Maybe some people are going to F&B for short-term temporary reasons. They don't plan to stay there very long-term. They're going to go anyway. And even those who stay there long-term, maybe there's a tendency to always want to. Maybe it's a culture habit to keep changing to different places every now and then. And I think combined with the fact that obviously Lilian is a young, you're one location head down, right? So it's not like you can create this pipeline of talent. Whereas if you're a big chain, right, you're always interviewing. So if people come and go, you can always fill up very fast, right? Like that's not the case for you.
Yeah.
Right. You hire as needed. Right.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the issues as well lah. Yeah. I figured out that's one of the challenges as well. Because if you are short of staff and then the cafe operation is disturbed, and then it will also affect the whole operation.
I see. And how do you hire? I'm curious.
I'm always actively looking for people on Facebook and then on Xiaohongshu.
Right.
Yeah, I just go to like the post and see whoever is commenting. Oh, they are looking for a job in the F&B. Then I will approach them.
I see. Like those groups, is it like Facebook groups?
Yeah, Facebook groups, yes. And then on Xiaohongshu, like people like to post hiring posts on Xiaohongshu. But then that's the thing about Xiaohongshu. When you post hiring posts, they will tend to shadow ban it. I mean, they have certain rules lah. So if I post a shadow ban on Xiaohongshu, then I will go to other cafes hiring posts. And under there, like the comment section, people will like, oh, DM, PM like that. Then I will go and PM the person and ask, hello, are you interested? We are hiring, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So a lot of times I am reaching out to people to ask them if they want to, they're looking for a position here. Right. Yeah, because when you look for one already, then you interview already, not necessarily he's the type of person that you are looking for. Then you have to keep on finding new people also.
Right. You need to interview a lot of people. Right?
Yeah. Because when we interview someone, then if the vibe doesn't match our cafe, then we have to find someone new. Yeah.
Oh, quite challenging. Actually.
Very. Yeah.
And I'm so curious because I mean, Hayati right now we are slightly more focused to those like professional office-based jobs.
Correct.
But this is a word I've always been very curious about. How do
F&B people hire, right?
Yeah.
Always very curious as well.
Yeah.
I received resumes from like the tech companies, IT, which is not even related to F&B. So it's very hard.
It's hard.
Yeah, then I also burn the money.
Oh,
because all the candidates cannot pakai on.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Something to think about.
Yeah. So if you guys if maybe in the future you guys can have a segment like, oh, this is for the F&B people. Like we have candidates for the F&B people like that. Then that would be helpful, I guess.
Yes. We tried starting something like that, but it became so we have another platform called nightgaji.com. It's meant to be more like a retail F&B kind of space, but we realized that it's very challenging to run two things at the same time. It's still there, but I'm thinking about this quite deeply. Yeah, I think there's an opportunity to help a lot of underserved business.
Yeah. Especially now, everyone is opening a cafe, I guess. Like every month you see new cafes coming up. So I guess that would help the F&B owners as well, especially small business owners like Sla. Yeah.
I have a personal prediction that over the next few years, more marketing or activities will happen offline. More and more people move away from the online world, more offline, like gradually. So it's like kind of helping companies in the offline world seems to make sense to me. Basically a cafe is, obviously you go there to eat, but it is also a social experience.
Yep.
right? People like weekends, nothing to do, like you stay home, just go out and go have a nice cake, coffee, see your friend or read a book, whatever. Right? Yeah. I actually think that world will be bigger and bigger over the next few years.
Yeah, especially now the cafe scene is still blooming in Malaysia. I feel like there is so much more opportunities. Yeah.
And on that note, like, because the cafe scene is booming, I do see every now and then there's a new cafe come out, like, isn't it like such a
Challenging. Competitive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do feel it's competitive. But then I guess we opened for almost 3 years already, and then we are still here. So I guess there's still opportunities for us to grow. And then we have a lot of regular customers coming back for our cakes. As long as we keep up, the quality, we maintain it, and then we provide a very good customer experience. I guess that's what makes people come back. I always get comments from our customers saying that, whenever I feel like I want to eat cakes and I don't know where to go, I will always go back to Lilian's. And that's what makes me feel very proud. Yeah, and happy.
Right. That's good. I think it's very important if every cafe to have like one strong reason why people go back.
Yeah.
And for you, it's the cakes, right?
I guess for us, it's the quality.
The quality of the cakes.
Because as I mentioned, my mom is still the one baking the cakes, and she's very particular with the quality. Yeah, so she's very also, like how she's particular about me growing up, right? So she's very particular with the quality of the cakes. Yeah, so we wouldn't sell cakes that we wouldn't eat. Yeah, so that's the whole point, and then that's the whole reason why people keep coming back for our cakes. And we are also very niche, actually. Like the cakes that we sell, chiffon, right? When you go to other cafes, they have a variety. Maybe they have like chocolate cake, they have like other different type of cakes. But we just focus on chiffon cakes because we know we really do good chiffon cakes, like excellent chiffon cakes. And then we want to specialize in that. So whenever people crave for this kind of cake, then they will come back. Yeah, we want to like excel in the things that we do lah.
How involved are you in this whole R&D process of coming up with new?
Very. Yeah, because my mom, she's more traditional, so she would just do the flavors that we always do. But for me, I am very experimental because I always go to cafes, right? Then I know like, what's the trend now? Then I would always bring the idea back to my team and then say, hey, we can do this new flavor this month, and then next month we can launch this flavor, blah, 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 blah. So I think me and my mom kind of match in this way lah. Like I bring the new ideas in, and then she keep up with the quality, and then she keep up with the her work like that. Yeah.
Right. So you bring ideas, same lah, point them in general direction, and someone will get you that.
Yeah. Like for example, if you want to do like a taro cake, right? Then I would buy the taro. Oh ma, we can do this taro cake. Yeah, then I would like find some recipes online. Like we can adapt it to our own style like that. Yeah.
Right.
I would bring the ingredients to the table, and then my mom would like, okay, let's try it. Let's try it.
Right. And then you can't say can or you like it or like it. I see. Okay, right. I can see the
then
style.
If it pass my taste buds, then okay, we can sell.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see the system.
Actually, I have a fun fact. I don't like cakes. I don't love eating cakes, but I only eat my mom's cakes. That's why I encourage her to sell online during MCO. Yeah, that's how we started also.
That is a fun time, right? Because like in some sense, because you don't like cakes, but you like your mom's cake.
Yeah,
it must be something special about the cake.
Yeah, that's why I encourage her like, Ma, you should sell it. It's very good. So that's why I tell her, yeah. But she was also very passionate about baking lah. So, but ever since young, she always bake for the family.
Oh, so she's always baked.
Yeah. She always randomly, because she's a housewife. So during her free time, she always bakes different type of cakes for, the neighbors and the family.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
So I feel like she shouldn't waste her talent. So I tell her, I start the Instagram, I do the marketing, and then you do the cakes. Yeah. So that's how, it's still going on now.
Oh, wow. And she's also, since young, even before this was commercialized, she'd always like even give like neighbors and stuff.
Yeah. She always like learn how to bake herself at home. And then I think it's through years and years of experience lah. Yeah, I think confirm more than 10 years already. So even though she didn't go to a pastry or baking school, but I guess all the experiences are very valuable. And then now she can even bake a chiffon cake with her eyes closed. Yeah. So I guess the experience get garnered there are very valuable for our business now.
I suppose that's what a great job is like, right? You know, people always ask this question, what would you do if you were not paid for it, right? And then the fact that your mom was just already baking cakes before it was even a business.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Actually, even until now, sometimes when I'm tired, I ask my mom, do you ever regret opening this cafe with me? You know, because opening a cafe has a lot of challenges, right? Then there's times where we break down and we question if we can survive, whether we can still do this. And then I always ask my mom, Ma, do you regret opening this with me? Because I feel like she's in her 50s now. Sometimes I see her so 辛苦 like that. Then I also feel a bit heartbroken, like why I want to open a cafe with her when this is a time for her to relax and enjoy her retirement life, right? But then she told me she's not 辛苦. Yeah, she feel very happy and fulfilled. And that kind of moved me and motivate me to work even harder. Because at her age, she said she's doing what she loves and she's making a living out of it. And then every day she feels so fulfilled. Every morning she go to the cafe and bake. She says she feel very happy. She don't even feel tired at all. So she inspires me a lot lah. Yeah, so when I think, oh, I complain about tired, why am I so tired? She's not even complaining yet. So why am I complaining? Yeah.
You're right though. Like a lot of people at that age would think that why do I need to start like a new thing or be an entrepreneur now?
Yeah. And also I do content, right? I was a content creator before opening this cafe and I'm earning quite well. You know, my time is flexible. I travel a lot. And then I also, get a lot of paid jobs from brands working with me. So the question is why I want to go to open this cafe, right? But then it all comes down to what you want to achieve. And I feel the sense of fulfillment and very happy, even though it's tiring. Yeah, the sense of achievement, the fulfillment. And when customers tell you, oh, Lilian's Cake House is the only cake that I eat, this kind of comments, this kind of feedback, make me feel like I did the right decision now.
Right. And also, it's I just thought this because your mom was a housewife, right?
Yeah, she was a housewife.
Yeah, and it's quite a big shift in her life.
Very. Yeah, she used to take naps every day, but then now she cannot. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, she cannot. She has to run the cafe.
Oh, wow.
That's why I also asked her, like, are you tired? Like, do you want to take a break or something? She says she's fine. Yeah, she's very fulfilled and happy doing what she loves. Yeah. So she's very inspiring.
It's quite something to, I wouldn't even talk about family, right? Even with like friends, I'm always very careful working professionally with friends.
Oh.
Because the reason why I'm saying that, I have worked with friends before, as in, I work in the same workplace, and then these colleagues became friends, like real friends, like even until today, I genuinely treat them as friends. But I always find that it's so difficult to manage that relationship because there is the professional goal, and then there's the underlying relationship, which is your mother, and then there's you, right? So are there any moments like so hard to balance that, oh, I need you to run operations for this cafe, but you're also my mom, so I don't know how to deal with this. Does it happen?
We had quite a lot of disagreements when we first started. Yeah, we would even argue about all these little things, maybe like staff issue. Then sometimes if like the production isn't big enough, because that time when we first opened, somehow we have so many customers every day, but we only have limited people working in the cafe. So we cannot churn out the amount to cope up with the demand. So that time, I would ask my mom, like, oh, can you please like up the production a bit? because we wouldn't want our customers to come here and then, the cakes are sold out, right? And then my mom felt very stressed that time, I think, because only one pair of hands. Then that time we only do online orders and then very flexible, right? Like we want to do, then we do, we don't want to do, then we just go out and hang out, right? But then when it comes to a cafe, you need to operate every day and then you need to manage people's expectation every day. So it's a whole different shift. And then that time we had quite a few disagreements on this. Yeah, and that time was a very hard time also because my grandma just passed away when we opened for like just a few months. And then that time the cafe was very, very hype. Every day, like we have to, even I have to go learn baking as well. Even I have to go help out with the frosting as well because we really don't have enough time. And then that time my grandma passed away and then my mom has to visit the hospital back and forth that time before my grandma passed away. So it's a very tough time for us. So that time I guess she's very burnt out, stressed out also. And then I'm also very stressed out that time because I have to manage the front and then manage our customers and say, oh, so sorry, like today our cakes are sold out. And then, yeah, so all this tension kind of brought us to disagreement sometimes. But then now it's totally fine already. We overcome it, we got through it. Yeah, and it's better now. Because that time we didn't know how to balance it and then didn't know how to cope up with it. But then now it's getting better.
I see.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I would say because the relationship dynamics change, right?
It is getting way better. Like my boyfriend has seen us fighting in the cafe. Like, because I think I inherited my mom's temper as well. Yeah, we both don't have good temper. So whenever we have something that we disagree on, we would just say it out. We wouldn't keep it in our heart on. We are the type of people that, oh, I don't like this, that. Like we would say it out and then my mom also would say it out. And then when things get heated, and then we would scold each other, argue with each other, and then my boyfriend would be like, stop fighting, guys, stop fighting. Yeah, he's the peacemaker there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Like this is the thing that we never show online, right? Everything we show online, like, oh, we open a cafe, our dream cafe, blah, blah, blah. But then this is the problems that, we encountered when we first opened.
Right, right. Oh, I see. Interesting. Your boyfriend's so dedicated. Peacemaker, sorry.
Yeah.
Design cafe, peacemaker.
Yeah. He cannot let us like just destroy the cafe like that, right? Yeah.
I find it very, you mentioned just how like, if there's something, it's both your mother, there's something that you don't like, you're not happy with, we just voice it out.
We voice it out.
Yeah.
We cannot keep our frustration overnight one. We are the type of people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I find people like that to be happier long term.
Yeah, we are more straightforward. Yeah, if you're not happy, then I would just tell her, oh, ma, I think today, right, the way you talk to the staff, maybe you can, like, word it differently because our staff are all Gen Zs and then you need to communicate to Gen Zs differently. You cannot just be like how we were treated last time in office, like, oh, your boss asks you to sit, you sit, the boss asks you to stand, you stand. You cannot use this kind of way anymore to employees nowadays. So I will advise my mom, like, oh, I say, because like nowadays Gen Zs, they like you to be a bit softer. You can be strict, but you cannot be too strict. Yeah, you need to communicate differently. Because my mom is a very straightforward person, right? And then growing up, when she want to scold me, she will scold me one. She has no, right? She would just, if you're not doing well, then she would just scold me. But I said, now times are different. You cannot scold your employees like how you scold me. You cannot lecture them like how you lecture me. Because I'm your daughter, you can lecture me in this way, but you cannot lecture them in like how you want to lecture me. So she's like, oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Then she'll be like, correct, true. Like that.
She's also learning like communication and management techniques.
Yeah. She's also learning along the way. Like I'm also learning along the way. So as I said, we are all figuring things out along the way also.
Right. So one other thing when you all first started, right? Obviously you had a following online already at the time. And I think, I've seen a lot of different kind of companies where there is this person with a very strong personal brand And then it helps you when you actually launch your business because you already have distribution, right? Like you can promote it very quickly, right? But like you said just now, like at some point also you need like a separate marketing team to run things with the business. But in the beginning, did it really help? Like how much did it help?
I think in the beginning, it did help quite a lot as a social media influencer because nowadays people get information from online, right? They don't really see like newspapers anymore. So everything is online. So if you want to spread things online, it's very fast and effective. So that time when I announced that, I'm opening a cafe, I think it kind of garnered the attention already. So when I soft launched it, I didn't even post online. And then people just come themselves already. So during the soft launch, I just want to, like make a few cakes and drinks for like my close friends and family like that. But somehow the media people, I think they know it from my Instagram. They already come on the soft launch date, which is very surprising. So I guess like the social media presence helps a bit with the exposure of the business at the very beginning.
I see.
Yeah, and I also see a trend now. So whenever people want to start out a business, they will start posting about all the behind the scene, creating a story for the brand. So it's very effective. Also very low cost as well. Yeah, in terms of this kind of marketing, because people nowadays, they love watching all this behind the scene or how you started this brand kind of story. So they will follow through, and then you will help with your business
I see.
when you first launch your business.
Right. Like being very authentic.
The content marketing, I guess.
Right,
Content
right.
marketing.
I suppose that's also the reason why people follow people because they feel most emotionally connected.
Yeah, they feel like they are watching them producing something like that. Yeah, they feel connected. They feel like, like as if they build a brand with them like that. Yeah.
Right. And even goes back to how, when we talked about how bloggers started and people love reading this really long form kind of writing because you really you feel like you're connected to the person's writing. You can follow their story.
The connection,
Right? Authenticity is a really big thing. Okay, and so because you had this following, it was easier to promote.
To get the online presence.
I see.
Yeah.
And you said that even the media came in. Launch.
Because I know if you want to invite like maybe KL foodie to your cafe and review, right, you have to pay quite a hefty amount for their posts. But for me, I think because the social media presence is already there, the media just come to review our cafes and post it online, which helps a lot. Yeah, which helps to reach out to even a bigger audience and with zero cost. So it's very interesting how social media can really build a brand with really low cost.
I see. And now that it's up and running already, so Lilian has its separate social media page and you run it, is it?
Yeah.
You run it, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see. And what is and you said that you do a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
So I try to post more about what we do behind the scene instead of just like the outcome of the cakes, because I want people to know what kind of ingredients we put in, what kind of preparation style we have. Yeah, so it kind of build a trust in people as well. So when people see like, they use, like for example, our pandan cake. They use like real pandan leaves for their cakes. They use like Belgian chocolate for their cakes. So this will bring the customers in. Yeah, instead of just showing like the outcome of the cake right away. Yeah, if you build like the behind the scene, if you let people know what ingredients you are putting in, yeah, people would likely come more. Yeah, than just seeing like the beautiful pictures online like that.
Right. And you do all this with just your phone, or do you or is it all right?
Now the trend, I think people like very raw, authentic kind of content. So using phone is fine. Yeah. Somehow using phone gets more engagement nowadays. Yeah, from my perspective.
Oh, right. Right. Because it doesn't feel overly polished.
Yeah. It doesn't feel overly produced. Yeah, like a whole production and that. It feels very raw.
Yeah,
and
just
very
so,
genuine.
yeah, so interesting, right? So it's like if you spend like millions coming up with like this like really
Yeah.
actually it doesn't connect to the audience so much.
Depends on the story as well.
I see.
Depends on the storyline as well. You see, like, so I'm Jen. She's doing like high production kind of ads, right? But it's very effective
Right.
because the story that the way she tells the story.
I
Yeah.
guess. Right.
She know how to grasp the audience's attention, even though her production is very like high production. But people will still watch the ad because of a story.
I see.
So it all comes down to the story of the whole content.
Got it. Got it. So the story matters the most.
Yeah.
Of course, if you can do it in a very high production, polished way, that's fine. The story is great.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you're someone that's wondering how to be active on social media, you don't need it to be so high production.
Yeah. You don't need a huge budget to create, engaged content.
I see. Right. So how do you juggle so many things now, Jessica? Because you are like, you're obviously still active online, still have this Lilian running.
Yeah. When the cafe first started, I kind of put my social media aside for a while because every day I don't have enough time already, right? So where did I get the time to go film new content? So, but then it's better now because I started to let go a little bit and delegate tasks to my team members. So I can sometimes step away from the cafe and still do my own things. Like, for example, I can still take up like tourism trips to go Sydney that time. And then I can still go Bali that time for my birthday. Because I start to realize it's too much if you want to be hands-on in everything. Yeah, you need to start to learn how to let go and trust your team to do it. If not, you will be forever stuck in just one position there. You cannot grow it.
Right. Right. So you learn to sort of delegate a bit more.
Yeah, to let go a little bit more. Because last time I was very hands-on, right? I didn't want things to go wrong because I also, people associate Lilian's as my business as well. I didn't want bad things to happen, like when people talk bad about Lilian's Cake House, then people would indirectly say, oh, then Jessica's Cafe lah, like that. I wouldn't want things like this to happen. So when the cafe first started, I was very hands-on to make sure everything runs smoothly, to make sure the customers are satisfied. But then now I feel like with a proper system, if you train your staff well, if you treat your staff well also, then they will run the cafe for you. Yeah. It's like how you treat them. Like if you treat your employees like shit, then obviously they won't do their things well, right? But if you treat them well, and then they will reflect that to the customers, and then we'll bring back happy customers. And then at the same time, as a business owner and content creator, I can also focus on other things. Yeah. So that's how I juggle.
Right.
That's how I manage.
Right. And you're right, because you sort of launched it with your personal brand, it will always be associated.
Yeah, always. Yeah. So when we first started, when we first started, our pricing point was quite high for a cake that time. I think that time the cake prices range from 15, 16. But because of the ingredients that we use and because of all the costs, we priced our cake at 19 that time. So at that time, 19 for a cake is quite expensive. And then we get quite a few backlash on Xiaohongshu. People would say like, oh, just because she thinks she's an influencer, she can charge this kind of price for the cake. All the kind of comments lah.
I see.
And then when someone post this kind of thing on Xiaohongshu, then all the keyboard Oreos would, oh yeah lah, like she thinks she influencer, then she can charge this kind of price, blah 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 blah. But now, if you go to a cafe, 19 ringgit for a cake is normal already, right? Like everyone charge this kind of price already. So at that time, I was a bit affected because people would, say this kind of thing. People would not see the things that you put behind. They would not see the effort. They don't care one lah as a customer, right? They just care about their perspective. So at that time, I was a bit affected, but I feel like we did the right thing lah. Yeah, because we really put like effort into it. We really use like the most premium ingredients. Yeah, and then it's still, we never freeze our cakes. All our cakes are freshly baked. So because of all this quality thing, I feel like it justified the pricing. Yeah.
Right. So at the time it was slightly higher priced than others because you put more premium ingredients and the way it's made is a bit more focused on quality and all that, right?
Yeah.
Right. But obviously some people will just make that leap and say, oh, it's because
Yeah. Like,
you and all.
for example, if you go to a cafe, how much would you pay for tea? A cup of tea? 10 ringgit like that, right? Yeah, so that time we charge 10 to 11 for a cup of tea. Kena people say. Like they would say like, oh, you know, their tea, the cost is only 1 ringgit. They charge 10 ringgit. Like what kind of pricing is this? I was like, huh? 10 ringgit for a cup of tea also kena say? So that time I think you need to learn how to filter out the comments, the feedback. If the feedback is constructive, then obviously I will take it. Like if it's about the quality of the cakes, if the flavors of the cakes, then okay, I will take the feedback. But if it's about unnecessary things, then I'll just brush it off. Yeah, I've learned to let go of all these comments. Yeah, and reviews.
I'm always so curious about like someone like yourself is very active online because you're always going to be. It's quite common like keyboard warriors and that. Yeah. So if you just like if you move Lilian's aside, right? Just you as a personality online. Do you get that sometimes? And how do you deal with it? Because I feel it's so not easy to deal with for a lot of...
Actually, for my own social media, I don't really get negative feedbacks or like negative comments from keyboard warriors. Right. Maybe because my community is very well, how to say? Like, because they grew up with me, right? So I guess like we kind of friends like that, my community. And then we are all... mostly my audiences are females, are girls who also love beauty, love fashion, love travel. And then now they see me opening a business. So we kind of encourage each other. It's a very positive community. So I rarely get negative comments from people.
I see.
Luckily.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's good. And
so community is very good.
Right. Because they're following you for like different reasons. Just you're following your life. Right.
Yeah.
And so wouldn't you therefore say that by starting Lilian's, actually it draws more of these things that you don't normally get on your own main online page, and now you're associated with it. You have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Right.
But no choice, lor, because the online world is a free space, right? Everyone has their right to say something. So it's your own power to control it. Yeah. If you cannot control what other people say, then you control what you think, how you think. Yeah, so I try not to let all the negative comments to get into me, because it's not personal, right? It's about maybe they are not satisfied with the price or what, but it's not about me, ma. It's not personal. So I wouldn't really take that into my heart.
Oh, that's a healthy way to look at it.
Yeah, because if you keep on harping on it, right? Like, oh, why they want to say this more? What? Then you get really emotional and stressed. Yeah, then you get sad. But for what, right?
Right.
Yeah, why you want to get sad? Because of the few comments only. You need to focus on doing better things. Yeah, that's how I tell myself.
That's the thing about social media. You know, let's say even in the real world, right? If you hear someone say doesn't like you and say something bad about you, just any normal person would feel like, why? I mean, no one likes it, right? Like, why are you saying something bad about me in the real world? I can imagine in social media, this happens at scale. You know, like it's not that one person or two people. Like people go they go to in the group, and like you know, I feel it's something that a lot of people need to learn how to manage over time.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like being a social media influencer, for me, because my following 100K, not like super a lot also, and then my community is generally pretty positive, but I feel like people who have a larger following, they have to handle the amount of stress, which is very hard also, because like my friends, for example, Justina, Miss Kwan, they have almost 1 million followers, right? But then the amount of negativity they have to handle is like 100 times than mine. So I always wonder how they do it. But then they do it with grace. So it's kind of inspiring also, because they always focus on what they do only. Yeah, so it inspired me. Okay, Like, I don't need to care so much about what people say, right? I just need to focus on my own thing. Yeah.
It's a skill. I
a
think,
skill.
Yeah. I think a lot of people understand it in theory, but when it happens, and then you have
Yeah.
because it's your own emotional response, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you just need to learn how to let go.
You just
Sometimes.
right. You just need to train that muscle a bit,
Yeah.
right, to handle that kind. Has your sort of because you started off as a digital first kind of. I wouldn't call you a marketer, but you're digital first, content creator personality and stuff like that. Does that influence in any way how you build Lilian? Is that connected in any way?
I feel like I use my social media expertise and skills to build Lilian's at the very beginning. Yeah, because I know what kind of content I should put, and then I know how to build a brand for Lilian's because of my social media. So it kind of helps there. Yeah, so I'm glad that I do social media since I was young. So I kind of use that and leverage that skill into my own brand.
I see.
Yeah.
Right. And do you have any particular hopes and dreams for Lilian's? Like, what do you hope you will pick up?
Hopes and dreams. Obviously, if within my capability, I would like to expand it and then maybe, open in other cities. Because I get a lot of comments asking, oh, when is Lilian's Cake House coming to Penang or like to other cities? Because we are only in Mont Kiara, KL, right? Yeah, so we get a lot of comments like this. So, of course, if within my capabilities, I would like to expand to different cities so people can try our cakes more. And then at the same time, still focusing on our quality because at Lilian's, the core is to maintain the quality. And if you crave for good comfort cakes, you can always trust Lilian's and come back here. Yeah, this is our core value.
Right. And if say 5 years from now, if when someone says the word, like Lilian's Cake House, how do you want them to feel about the brand, or how do you want them to picture the brand?
I want them to think this is a very timeless brand. It's not like just a trendy cafe that come and go. It's a very timeless brand that stays true to our mission and core. Yeah, and then I want them to think that, these flavors, they will keep remembering these flavors and keep wanting to visit the next time. Yeah, this is the kind of feeling that I want them to get.
Right, and this sort of matches also the whole retro vibe you're going for, like this timeless, kind of feeling, and always going to be relevant.
Yeah. So we are not just like a trendy cafe to follow trends. Yeah,
right.
It's like a timeless thing. Okay. Just like how my mom used to bake 20 years ago, and then now she's still baking. So it's like a very over time kind of thing. Yeah, that lasts.
Right. And presumably you've never managed people before this. Never.
Yeah.
Right. So you've always been you and your content, and you started a business. Now, okay. So, what was that journey like suddenly managing people? Can you go?
Very challenging.
Challenging, right?
Yeah, very challenging managing people. Like I always tell my boyfriend, I hate managing people.
Right.
Because people have different personalities, and then you never know what they really want, and they will never really tell you what they want also. Like once you talk to them already, maybe, okay, they are settled for now. But then maybe a month later, they will change because people will change very easily, right? Especially in the F&B industry, like people always have a shift of goals or something. So you need to learn, actually, what is the reason that caused them to feel that way, blah, blah, blah. So you need to manage them. Yeah, and then you need to also manage your own emotions. It's not only them. You also need to manage yourself. Because when maybe your employees do something wrong, you need to manage yourself like, calm yourself down. You cannot, just directly scold them because they do something wrong. You need to, be like, is there something wrong? Yeah. Is there a reason why you do this way? Yeah. You need to like manage yourself also. So it's a lifelong skill to learn managing people by talking to them, then figuring what they want, and then if let's say, okay, you really cannot tell what they want, then you just need to let go. You cannot keep on forcing someone that doesn't want to stay to stay. Yeah, this is what I learned also. Like, people won't stay forever. Yeah.
And the reason I'm asking because, before I started Hurriedly as a company, I worked in a corporate companies before, and I did manage people, but at the same time, they have some form of coaching and it's a formal training, and then you also have the manager that will manage you, teach you how to manage. Even then, it's so hard. So that means we learn technique, okay, this is what you do in this situation.
I think I need to learn that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm so curious, you just jump in and,
I think I need to get some tips from you after this podcast.
I'm genuinely curious, how do you learn? Like, because you don't get this experience, right? You just jump straight in.
Yeah, I just jump straight. I think I just learned by talking to them, communication, Yeah, because I always go when I free. I always go read some books about management also. Yeah, but I feel like whatever is on the book, right? It's just on the book. When it comes to real life, as you said, you need to deal with the people. You need to deal with personalities and emotions and what they are thinking. So you cannot really apply the same formula to everyone.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. You can have a SOP for your company, but then when it comes to different individuals, everyone has different thinking. So you kind of have to understand why this person is this way, why that person is another way, like that.
Yes. There can be some kind of framework, but then
correct.
But when you talk to them, then you have to go with it lah. In a way,
go with it. Yeah. This is how I
depending on what's actually going on and all that.
This is how I cope along.
Yes. But even personally for myself, I'm learning quite a lot. I'm pretty sure I'm not doing it super well yet, but the whole time, if you ask me the kind of, I think one big frustration, I tell you, so there's once a CEO of quite a famous company was just messaging me randomly. They say, hey, how are you and stuff like that. And then I replied saying that, that time I was going through a challenging time. I said, it's been quite rough last few months, but okay, and it's getting better. And then the CEO immediately responded and say, people management very hard leh. And then it's like, I didn't even say it was people management, but immediately they knew, and then it's like, it is, and I'm learning, and I think it comes back to, it's such a common
problem.
Yeah, it's like, how do I put it? Because it's people, They're all people, and everyone is very different and very unique. And sometimes when in the leadership role, you think, hey, we say let's do A, how come you do B? And or how come you didn't? I say, hey, can we start at 9? I mean, it's very simple. Can we start at 9 a.m.? How come you're still walking in at 10 a.m.? That's some stuff like that. So it's quite frustrating, but the way you deal with it is you need to have a lot of patience to kind of understand people, but at the same time also there are lines that then what is a line? So it's a bit of an art. I don't know about answer.
Can I ask how would you deal with it? If let's say, okay, the working hour start from 9, but then the person come at 10, then how would you deal with it?
I admit not too long ago this actually happened. So I would immediately, I'm quite direct. So number one, I would just upfront just say that, hey, we agreed to start at this time and you were late. Can I understand why? And then they will give me a reason. And again, I don't. And then I always make sure that my voice is like very calm and neutral. I'm in fact finding mode now. And then they'll tell me the answer, and the answer, let's say, wasn't such a good answer. And then I just up and said, but I was here. And I feel like actually this could have been avoided, right? I made the effort to come in, and I'm here to help you. I know I'm spending time, I'm purposely setting up this meeting because I want to help you. But in a way, you need to help yourself, right? I can't make you show up on time. So I had that, but I tried to make sure that they understood that it's actually for themselves. I'm trying to imagine, why would it be for themselves instead of doing what I want. Actually, why would them doing this thing actually be good for them? Yeah, we have in Hirely, one of our core values is radical candor. So there's two things. Number one is we always be very direct. We always make sure we change direct. But number two is you always care personally. That means you're direct, but you always try to say it from their point of view. Like, why should I'm generally saying this to you because I want you to win. I want you to succeed. And I just gonna be direct lah. Because the extreme opposite of it, and I was a bit like this last time, is that I'm so careful to not hurt their feeling that I skirt the issue completely. Like I don't even talk about it. I try that it's okay, you know, like a bit too nice like that. But it doesn't help them one. Because actually if one day if they're not working here, they go somewhere else, if they continue to behave like this, someone else will find this unacceptable. You know, and it's not good for their career. So I'm trying, again, this is just my personal way of looking at it. I still try to be direct, but I make it about them lah, about why this is important.
Helpful.
Yeah. But again, this is just general technique. In reality, you don't know lah what
because it also depends on the person,
how they respond, you know, like how they receive it, or what is the actual reason why they are late. One other thing that I found was helpful to make sure that, let's say if you use this kind of method, right, to make sure that everyone's aligned, is the underlying relationship must be there. So this is what I learned recently also. I used to do this a lot, and some people will receive this in a very negative way lah. Because like, oh, look, you're just criticizing me, etc. Right? So, and I realized that the reason they feel like this is because there is no relationship between me and them. You know, so the first few times we talk about something like that. So what I found was it may be difficult to do when you reach a certain size, but at least with the direct team, you should spend time with them, sometimes not talking about work. You know, just a more personal, a bit of a more personal.
Really bonding like that lah.
Yeah, but I don't really mean party, you know, like really get to know them. Like sometimes have a coffee with them, you know, or have like dinner with them, like 2-3 people, small group lah. Small, not big, small group, and you get to know them. And once you have a genuine relationship, obviously it must be genuine. Once you have a genuine relationship, when you have this kind of moments where you're giving direct feedback, they receive it better because they know you're not trying to hurt their feeling, right? Because there's an underlying relationship, and you can, even if they don't agree, maybe you're wrong, suddenly I'm wrong, and they say, no, it's not because of this, and I'm wrong. But whatever conflict we have, we always recover a lot better because there's an underlying relationship. But when there's no underlying relationship, it breaks very easy, right? That you are just criticizing and not fair. You know, it becomes a bit like that. So I think, that's where people management takes a lot of work, because you have to do things like build relationship lah, use all these kind of ways to communicate to make sure that everyone can accept.
Indeed.
Yeah. This is just one aspect lah, but yeah, it's a huge thing.
It is.
I don't know if I have all the answers. I'm learning. I'm genuinely quite we have 4 colors here. I'm called a blue. That means very analytical, logical person, slightly introverted. So sometimes I do find I don't naturally connect with people. Some people are very natural. Like you can see on the ground that they form friendships very quickly, yet they're very more social people. I'm not like that. So it's always been a bit of a journey to learn. Yeah.
More challenging for you.
Yeah. But I mean, back to you, right, Jessica? So yes, you are. You learn how to talk to them and stuff like that. But are there any particular lessons you got from it? This whole people management journey,
lessons,
leadership.
You cannot expect people to stay long. This is the lesson that I learned, right? Like, no matter how well you treat them and stuff, people will still leave if they want to leave. You need to let go of all the feelings and emotions, because we are very close with our team actually, because we have such a small team, right? And then we work together every day, so we wouldn't want to create that tension, like, oh, I'm the boss, you're like the worker kind of feeling. So we kind of do things together. But then when we first started, I feel like we put too much, we are too close with them. So it kind of, there's no borderline. And then when they leave, you will start, you will feel a bit heartbroken. Like, oh, like, why? Because I thought we were so close and all, So you cannot put too much feelings and emotions when it comes to managing people. Like, obviously, you need to treat them well. You need to treat people good. But do remember that, your relationship with them. And then if they want to leave, just wish them luck. Lor. Yeah, just wish them all the best. Lor.
So it just sounds like your journey is going from a different direction from, let's say, mine. So I think mine I didn't spend a lot of time with the people and started leading them more. You spent a lot of time, right? So you're the other direction.
Yeah. Right. For me, because because as I said, we work together every day, right? We want to create the atmosphere like, oh, like you're a part of us. We build things together. Then we are proud of the things that we build, like that kind of connection. So when things are going well, okay, we feel very connected, very bonded. So, sometimes people just maybe, they change their goals or like maybe they are just tired or something like that. And then they just want to leave. And then at that point of time, you cannot be like, oh, like, why you want to leave? I thought we are so good, like that. Like, we treat you so well. Why you want to do this to us? You cannot be like that. You just need to let go. Yeah, this is what I learned. Yeah, it cannot be too close with, like, anyone.
Right, yeah.
Because, like, for me and my mom, I know she wouldn't leave. She also know I wouldn't leave, right? We are mother-daughter, right? But for other people, we cannot apply the same kind of thinking, to other people. So that helps us to manage our emotions better. So whenever someone we trust, they want to leave already, then we wouldn't feel so heartbroken.
Yes, I think this is where that journey or the challenge comes from. Like you have to have that relationship.
You have to manage also. Yeah, you have to manage the balance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but you need boundary at the same time.
Yeah.
Right. I used to have an executive coach and she drew two circles for me. She drew one circle. This is Derek, the CEO. And then she drew another circle. This is Derek, the person, right? Your person. And it said that the way, and this is just back to me, like the way I was running the company was like Derek, the CEO, and Derek, the person. These two circles never touch one. So if you are working in hierarchy, you only see Derek, the CEO. You never see Derek, the person. You just don't know who this Derek person is. Because you don't allow them to see this person at all, right? This is their feedback, right? And then there's some people where these two circles completely overlap. Derek, the person, or like whoever the person, the CEO or the leader is the same. And let's say when people leave or know that the boundary between professional and personal is so fudged up already, right? That you cannot draw any lines. Also not good either way. Not so dangerous. I mean that, but you in a way you need these two circles to touch each other, but not overlap, which is easy to explain visually.
I know.
But it's so hard.
Like the diagram like that.
So
you in the middle.
Yeah, they need to touch, but they cannot overlap. So it's I think visual way is easy to understand. I think the main point is kind of like you need to bring your full person to work. People should be able to see who you are as a person, but at the same time, there are a lot of professional boundaries. People still understand that you are here to work together, right?
Yes. Right. Yeah.
So
that's important.
Yeah. So I and I think even from a leadership standpoint, this is the one big thing most people are juggling with all the time.
Yep.
Yeah. And you're better at this now, like to kind of like have that relationship while managing a healthy bound.
I believe we got better in this already lah. Yeah, compared to last time. We know how to set the boundaries, but also at the same time we treat them well.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Wow, what an experience though. Like.
Yeah, what an experience. It's so different than being a content creator. Right. Because when you are a content creator, you just deal with yourself and you just churn out content and then you submit and then approve, got it. But this is not like that. Yeah.
So you do your content creation, you do, as in like, it's end to end, is it? You do from
for me, Yeah, I come up with my own storyline.
Right.
I come up with my own script.
Right.
And then if I can film that myself, then I would film that myself because it's more genuine. And I feel like my audiences prefer that kind of content more than a very high production kind of content. So I try to do it if I can do it. Yeah.
And
So
do the editing and okay.
so everything is very close to my tone and my style. Yeah. So that people can connect to me more.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's more relatable. Lor.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Well, that's like it's super hands-on.
Yeah. Even for my content, right?
Until now, super hands-on.
Yeah. But I enjoy it. Yeah. So before I open my cafe, I also enjoy creating content a lot. I love traveling, and then when I travel, then I love like taking pictures, and then I love creating guides for people lah. Basically, like like when I go Sydney, I would create like like these are the places that you should visit in Sydney. These are the food that you should eat in Sydney. I love doing all this.
Right.
Yeah, so I enjoy creating content a lot.
Okay. And you
That's
just
how I still managed to do it, right? Since I was 14. It's a long journey.
basically you're documenting your everyday life like that. And then you
Yeah.
change it to content.
Yeah. Last time I think I documented more because I have the free time and then because I was full time. But then now I have a cafe already. So I try to bring content that is more valuable for people.
I see. Right. So that's changing slightly lah, the style.
Yeah. But it's still my own tone and style. Lah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how maybe last two questions. So for you personally, right, Jessica, like how is it how do you see this going? Like like you're obviously doing Lilian's as a business and you also have this content creating thing. How do you, what's the future like looking? How do you imagine it to be for you 5 years from now, 10 years from now?
Actually, right, I don't have like a long-term plan. So whenever people ask me, well, what do you see, how do you see yourself in 5 years or 10 years? I always get of this question because I don't have any plans.
Right.
Yeah, I just want to focus on my present and live in a moment and then do whatever that helps with my current business or my content creation journey. I just do it. Lor. Just do it. I don't really have like long-term plans or what. Yeah. As long as I feel like I'm doing things that I want in a good way. So I'm improving every day, step by step. Yeah, that's all it matters, I feel. Yeah.
And
Step by step.
step.
Progression, slow progression. Yeah. As long as I don't, just stop there and do nothing lah. As long as I know I'm doing things that are helping me to level up every day, then I think I would just let it flow. Yeah.
I love that. I think a lot of entrepreneurially spirit people think and behave like this. So as you walked into the office just now, there is a wall later I can show you, which is my room, and it just says "Make today a great day." It's just gigantic.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes. And the reason why I put that on because I want everyone to know we have a vision, but at the end of the day, vision is just vision. Like to get there, you just focus on like what you're doing now. Every day you just focus on that day itself, and no one really knows what happens tomorrow.
Yeah, correct.
So you just focus on that day, and then as you do well today, then tomorrow opens up.
Yeah.
Step by step, then what path can I take?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? I can't remember this quote said something along the lines where, there is actually no path, like as you walk the path opens, something along those lines, right? There's actually, if you want to imagine a well-planned path for yourself, there isn't one, right? You just need to start walking.
Yeah, correct.
Right? And you start walking, you see the path.
Yeah.
Right. So I really love that. And last question. So if you were to get to meet yourself at 14 years old, just as you're about to set up your Go blog, and you could slip yourself a little message, what would you say to her?
I would tell her, just do it. You will figure things out along the way. You don't have to have a concrete, like a perfect plan for yourself. Just do it. Like we've said, do things that makes you happy every day. Do things that make you feel alive every day. And then the door will open for you. Yeah. Which is what I'm doing now, I guess. Yeah. I never imagined I would open a cafe, right? But then all these daily things that we do kind of open up this opportunity for me. Yeah. So it's okay. Don't be afraid to start lah.
Right.
Yeah. Because you always think like, oh, I need to have plan A, plan B, plan C, so that I don't, screw up anything. If you spend so much time perfecting plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D, you will never start, because there will always be problems, right? Yeah, then you will never start. Yeah, so once you start, then you know how to figure things up lah. Yeah, so even though you have plan A, plan B already, but then when something happens, you just need to solve that, right? Yeah, you cannot just rely on a perfect plan to start. Yeah, because there's no such perfect timing.
Perfect. Right.
Yeah.
In fact, your own journey represents that. I mean, you started a blog at the time when no one knew what this was.
No one knew.
Right.
I also didn't know I would, create content until now and even make a living out of it. I didn't know.
You didn't know, right?
Yeah. So that time I was just, start lah. Just do it lah.
Right. You saw something interesting. You were curious. You started it.
Yeah.
And then from a blog, it then became Instagram. And from Instagram, now you have a business at the same time.
Yeah.
And I imagine, there's no way you could have predicted it at 14 years old.
Yeah. No way.
No way, right? Yeah, and I think that's because a lot of our audience also, they're very young. They're very early in their career.
Yeah.
I think one of the very common things that we get asked a lot is like, how do I know they're in the right job or right path? And the truth is actually it's very difficult to know. You just need to
you just need to do it. Yeah, you just need to do it. Like, for example, if you feel like, you want to go into marketing or PR job, just do it lah. If you don't do it, then how you know you don't like it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how people keep improving every day, ma.
Yes. Yes. So thinking about we should think about things, but just purely overthinking doesn't help.
Yeah.
Just do.
Yeah. For me, I'm kind of that person lah, I guess. I'm a bit like, just let it flow lor. Like, just do first lah. Just do first, then see how it goes. Kind of person.
Right.
Yeah. Then if got problems, then solve her.
And then you learn as you
Yeah, then you learn ma.
Right. Yeah, yes. Yes, and then like you say, like we started a business, obviously you and your mom were new to it, and but as you started it, you started figuring out, I didn't know this, and this, but then you learn how to solve it as you go.
Yeah.
Right. Little bit. Thanks for sharing your story with us, Jessica.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, I know. As I said, I've actually been to Lilian before. I tried the stuff there. It's really awesome, and also about hiring, F&B, and all that. I'm genuinely curious about it, so I'm going to see what are things that we can do to potentially support this community of people. But yeah, mostly just say I really love how you started as a blogger and now going to more online creating stuff and as an online creator, and obviously now you have a business.
Thank you.
So yes, we continue to see where your journey goes. Right?
Thank you for the insightful tips as well on how to manage people.
Yes, I wouldn't call it a tip, but it's just stuff that I've experienced. But
yeah, thank you for sharing that.
Yes, thank you, Jeffrey. All right, thanks for hanging out with us and getting to the end of the episode. If you like this, follow us or hit the subscribe button. It will help us bring on more amazing guests and makes the whole show better for you. So thanks again and see you in the next one.